Welcome back, guys. The console war is raging inside the chat. Settle down, everybody.
Yeah, I don't think it's
all going to be okay.
PlayStation Nation!
Oh, God.
Xbox will riot!
Xbox are riot!
Bro! Riot!
League of Legends. Wait, different riot. All right, we're going...
What? Joe, who I blame for all of this?
Hipsters.
Adam NFL. I think that's the only person.
I will get fired if I say his name. I blame Max.
Maxwell?
Yep.
Max?
I blame Max.
Max?
He's
Why?
no longer an intern anymore.
Yeah.
But
He
I blame
hates
him.
being called an intern.
he does. He hates it. He absolutely despises
So if you guys see Malo on Twitter, MVLLOW.
call him an intern. He'll love you for life.
Wow.
You'll probably get blocked. I blame him. It's all his fault.
Why?
It's all his fault.
So blame Max
Yep.
today instead of blame Benson.
Yep.
I like that. It's a new hashtag. Get it going.
Make it happen.
All right, we're diving into EA's press conference from this morning. We're going to try and get this quick because we went pretty in depth on some of the other games we talked about.
There's a lot of good games in this thing.
Yeah, let's start at the
I
top.
don't want to go too quick because it's good.
We're going fast, Ben.
No, let's not be like that.
Saddle up, be ready to go.
But there's some really good games I want to touch on and educate
Mass
the
Effect,
viewers.
big game that you mentioned you never played yesterday.
I'm not bothered by that game.
I know nothing about it either, but here's the trailer.
Oh, dearie me. Have you ever played Mass Effect?
I haven't either.
I
No?
honestly have not.
Never played Mass Effect.
It's got great music.
So
It's pretty cool.
it's titled Mass Effect Andromeda.
This is how EA opened up that showcase.
Yeah, a lot of
Mass
people-
Effect is massively popular, though.
Oh,
it's one
yeah.
of the few games that you just see constantly front page of Reddit. Massive fan base, all excited about this game. I just never had time for the storyline.
Oh, I'm in the same boat. A lot of people are wondering what this game will wind up being about, but it seems not to follow the main story of Shepard, who was...
Did you guys just see the
Mandela.
massive flying alien, or was that just me?
I think we saw it.
Okay, good.
Wondering,
Looks nice.
Yeah, I mean, they gotta, if they're gonna keep the series going, they gotta do it big, just like the others. It's funny, the one game that Xbox showed in their conference of their 360 to Xbox One compatibility was Mass Effect 1.
Yeah.
Because they knew, like, this was gonna be the big game that people ask a lot about, the Mass Effect series. And here it is, brand new. We're wondering exactly what it's gonna be, but they wanted to start their conference with a nice teaser.
All right.
I like it. Tease the people. Tease the people.
Oh, yeah. You thought we were done.
No, we're flying around.
Wait, there's more.
Yeah.
Ciao.
But I mean,
This is the thing about these kind of trailers, though, right?
I was literally about to say the same thing.
You see this badass graphics, you're like, yo, this looks sick! It's like, well, it's just
That comes out as like 8-bit.
Alright. 8-bit characters just running around.
Is this made in 2015?
Super punch.
It does look good, though. Hopefully the game doesn't disappoint. I know, as you mentioned,
Andromeda.
the franchise has a huge, huge fan base behind it.
They have a ton of money as well. A ton of money helps make great games. So,
Safe to say.
if you've been a Mass Effect fan, I don't think you'll be disappointed.
You should be good.
According to everything I read on Twitter, nothing but positive first impressions from the crowd live at E3. Need for Speed, though, is a game that had Benson really jolly this morning.
It's so nice.
I was telling Ben, when I first moved here to New York at 19, I was too young to get any bars, any clubs, or anything else, so I spent a lot of time gaming. Need for Speed was my biggest getaway from all of the competitive shooters. This is a franchise that's been around for as long as any of us here at LG can remember, and the new game looks it's gorgeous.
It's so good. They basically took the best parts of every game in the franchise and threw them into one.
Yeah, they have the cinematic trailer here, where they just kind of highlight some of the big parts of the game, showing off some of the cars. They also showed some gameplay, which we have that trailer as well. But I mean, what do you, when you think Need for Speed, it's just one of those legendary racing, over-the-top games.
See, I think it was that legendary status when you go back to Underground.
But now it's dwindled.
And then it dwindled. It had a very, very rough period of time. I think this game is going to be that one which kind of puts it back on the map as being one of the best races of like all time. Like, it has a customization of Underground, the gameplay of Carbon, and open world of Rivals. Like, the world size on this game is absolutely massive.
Yeah.
So they're taking the best parts of all their previous titles and throwing it into one game. How long is this game's lifespan for you, though? How long do you think you could play it?
I mean, it depends how good the campaign is, right? That's always the big thing. Like, does that campaign get you compelled? Like, do you want to complete the campaign with one car and then go off and do it with a different car? And
Yeah.
is there a big difference between the vehicles? I mean, that's always been the key for me with Need for Speed. We actually have this is it's kind of in the game. This is
Pre-alpha
This is pre-alpha footage. Okay. And Need for Speed's always been really smart in the way that they do kind of like actual actors in the game.
Yeah.
Brooke Burke.
This is absolutely insane. Watch what happens here. So obviously it's just like, okay, well, they've got a camera in a garage. That's nothing special. Like, what? Like, okay, that's not fancy. And then take a look at this. That seamless transition. And guess what?
Yo, we getting
You're in the
Harlem
game.
shook up in this.
You're in the game.
Like the ground shake.
Look at it.
I'll just buy the
Look at it.
Song.
I'm looking
Look
at it, man.
how nice this is.
That
This is the customization.
Is it nice?
So nice.
So nice.
So nice.
He's yelling in my ears.
Good. That's how nice this is.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
seamless transition.
Don't you ruin this thing with the spoiler. Right? Don't
It's
you
like-
do that. Yo, I am down to play this.
I don't know who it was that was in charge of hooking up the customization, but they didn't do a very good job. But that's neither here nor there. You got to look at exactly how the customization works. Like, you can pick exactly the color you want. Like, it's no more pick one off a chart. It's,
Right.
here's a slider, put it exactly how you want it to be.
Rocket Bunny, honey. Let's get it.
Rocket Bunny, honey.
All right.
This is a view of
This
the garage.
customization is so
You might be
sick.
able
And
to
then
fast forward a little bit to see some of the racing aspect.
I mean,
Oh, there we
he's
go.
about to Jack, come on, man. Come on, you got to pump the brakes, man.
Yo, guys.
Pump the brakes.
Big names
Pump
in
the
town.
brakes.
This young
So
cat.
again, this is in-game. This is no fancy cinematics. It's nothing crazy. This is slap bang gameplay from Need for Speed.
Slap bang, baby.
It looks so good.
Look at that car.
Okay,
Look
so
at
now
it.
this is what I'm used to.
Look at that car.
Look at that. Now this is cool. When you drift, the camera angle changes a little bit. Now, at first I was kind of skeptical because if you do a fancy drift, you don't really get to see it in full effect. But you feel as if you're in the car, though.
Meant to immerse you in the game.
Yeah, you feel like, oh my god, like let me just hit this drift real quick, and
love
you're like,
being
This party, like, okay, now they're just really showing it off.
I mean, he's in a drift
No,
attack.
he just doesn't like that.
I mean, the race he's in right now is a drift
I
attack.
feel
He
like
needs-
throwing up a little bit. That's a whole lot of drifting.
Yeah.
But
Now,
he's in.
Can I turn that off?
See, that's something that I immediately said. I was like, can you turn that on and off? I assume they would do
A lot
that.
of motion.
Yeah, that guy just went over
Look at how sick that looks.
hole and it didn't affect his driving.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's good. It's great. You can see kind of those close calls coming back.
And this game mode is called Drift Attack, so
Right.
it explains.
The drifting. So whether it's just in this game mode that you have the drift camera, which would probably make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Style.
Because if you think about it, if you go back and
Yo,
see the
look, you
old
got a
school Need for
message.
Speeds, in the old school Need for Speeds, there was that kind of drift mode where you had very similar cinematic.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just in that game type. But either way,
How much time are you going to spend
You
playing
don't
the
wanna
game versus
know.
customizing your car?
oh, you don't want to know. You don't want to know. That's the type of game where if it included, you know, like a microtransaction where you can put $20 in and it gives you in-game money. That's where a lot of my paycheck.
Now,
I may be asking you for food.
Forza allowed people to paint their car. We saw like MLG controllers get painted on, all different games kind of featured in that series. How much customization do you have in this? Can you only pick certain highlights? Can you actually draw on your car? That's what I want to find out.
That would be sick if you could draw on the car. That would be badass.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm lying to myself. I'm just going to pick the best looking default car, and I'm just going to go for near misses for about 4 hours. I just love trying to
keeping it old
drive
school.
opposite traffic.
Just like weaving in and
in
out.
between them.
Yeah.
Just get those near misses.
Dude, that's the way. That's the way. That's how you play Need for Speed.
So EA opened up with a story mode based Mass Effect. Then we saw Need for Speed, talking about it being the best of all previous Need for Speed titles. But then they went through a whole sports lineup.
It's what you expect with
And,
EA.
and EA, of course, notorious for having the best sports games on the market. FIFA, one of their top sellers, NHL 16, NBA Live, and Madden, another one of their best sellers. Let's start things off here with FIFA, Ben. This is a game that you play more than anyone else at the office. What did you think when you saw this trailer?
I was immediately excited. Well, first of all, it starts off with one of the greatest football players to grace the game. And you're immediately like, okay, badass thing that EA did. They brought Pele to the actual reveal. He was there, they were talking. It was sick. When you see something like that, it immediately legitimizes absolutely everything. And obviously all this footage taken in-game. Obviously most people by now know female football players going to be in FIFA 16. Only international teams, but still pretty badass. And then when it actually gets into the gameplay, I feel like I'm being tricked because there's something about FIFA which I kind of hate, which is I always feel as if the players aren't doing what I want them to do. But in this trailer, it just looks so nice. Like the skill moves, the movement, graphics, I mean, you can't really upgrade the graphics that much. They obviously improve every year, but just everything about this trailer gets me so hyped for the new FIFA. Look at this! So sick!
That's pretty nice slow-mo
So
right there.
sick!
Nice.
Look at that!
Yahtzee!
Oh! Towers. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. But there's a lot of new stuff going on in FIFA 16.
How do I flop?
I think you'll see it. How do you flop? You mean dive? Is that what you were saying? You know, one football game actually incorporated that. I think it was like Pro Evolution Soccer. I think it was way back, like 5-6 years ago. You could actually dive. If you hit the left trigger, the right trigger, and
Pro
both bumpers, at the same time, you would just dive, and you could get like booked through. It was great. But very excited for this game.
Now,
So excited.
what, as a FIFA fan, what do you want them to improve on from FIFA 15 to FIFA 16?
It's a good question, and honestly, it's just kind of the smoothness of the game. At times, FIFA can feel a little bit clunky. Like I said, it's a very strange thing to explain to someone who doesn't play the game, but it'd be like in Madden, if you're trying to throw a pass to like your left trigger receiver, and it kind of auto aims a little bit to the right trigger receiver, and you're like,
Come on!
the hell just happened? FIFA can sometimes be like that, but I'm hoping that this is one of those games where I don't rage, because anyone who's watched me play FIFA knows that it's my my
you rage at a
controller
lot of
across
things.
So-
I do. It's true. I'm a rager.
Yeah.
Was FIFA 15 the best FIFA ever?
No.
What was?
It's a tough question. Based on what? Based on the fun I actually had in the game? Because fun I had in the game would be FIFA 2001, because you could literally just shoot from anywhere, and you had a chance of scoring. It was great. It was the most broken thing in the world. But in terms of best game,
If you were to throw $1 million tournament, what game you use?
I mean, I feel you have to go with the most recent one, just because of how relative it is to the actual real world of football. Because that's something that EA do really well, is the way they take what's going on in the real world of sports and incorporate it into the game. So I would say you would use 15. I feel like FIFA 13 was pretty good as well. But I'm hoping FIFA 16 just goes ahead and just takes it, because it looks really good.
All right, from the grass to the ice, NHL. Up next, this is NHL 16, and
I'm not that good at I'll be honest with you guys.
I'm notorious for losing all of my games ever played in NHL, but I also have set the record for most hits in a single game.
Oh, good job.
Yeah,
we
thank
were
you.
playing out there.
That
isn't going to cut it.
Scoring's overrated.
Not in this
You
league.
can break all of their opponent.
Not
They
in
the Stanley Cup finished last night.
All that
Then they
matters
announced
is what we do
their
with
plans
these
for
next
NHL
tournaments.
16.
Did
early.
Stanley Cup really
So
finish
ask
last night?
yourself,
Yeah.
That's how popular
makes a
NHL
team
is in America right now.
See, I couldn't even tell you. I think it was Blackhawks.
Hashtag hockey.
Or is it teamwork?
I've never been
I
good
play
at
video
it takes to
games.
win.
I've
Not
never
for
ever been
yourself,
good at hockey
but
games.
for the man next to you.
I don't know what it is. But what's
what
cool is all of this is
separates
in game
us
as
from
well.
them.
This isn't
Winners
just kind of
from
like cool
losers.
cinematic shots
Yeah.
just from
It's been a
actual hockey
long,
players.
hard season.
In the
But here
game.
we are.
Stadium
One
shots are pretty
more
epic.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like this is a game, if I put enough time into it, I would
for each
love
other.
it.
and lead
But
the
I feel
ice
like
as
it's just
champions.
so...
Can we just have a sports game day here at the office where we pick up all of them?
It'd be cool.
Sports
EA
game
do
day.
such a good job of sports games. They really do. It's like that bread and butter. It's what you expect them to do very well.
Well, I
They
think
rarely just do.
the one thing that EA struggles with on the list of all these is because we think of FIFA, by far,
No one
biggest
touches
seller. No one touches. NHL 16, same exact boat. No one touches.
Does anyone else even make NHL games?
I don't think so. Madden, there's no other comparison.
There's what, NCAA, is it?
Yeah, but that's not even.
It's not even Madden.
Yeah. And then the only other game is NBA Live, and that's actually the next trailer we have for you.
That always
2K.
struggles, I feel, with
2K,
2K, right?
is the big one.
2K dominates NBA right
Why?
now.
Why is that?
I just think
Players prefer the mechanics of 2K, and
Is it like a licensing thing, like we had with Pro Evolution Soccer and FIFA, where FIFA had the licensing, so you were playing with like Manchester Red as opposed to Manchester United? Is it something like that, or is it?
I think you're able to use both throughout. I think it was more of a mechanics thing, and there used to be competition for Madden. It was also the 2K series.
Yeah.
Really?
I remember playing only 2K series from like 2000. I'm trying to think. Yeah, 2K1 all the way up to like 2K6.
Wow.
It was pretty awesome. Back in the day, you could go with Marshall Falk, best running back,
No idea who that
St.
is.
Louis Rams.
I know Marshall Lynch.
Greatest show on turf. It was
He's a football
you know
player.
what? Here.
Pretty incredible.
You know what?
All right, we're just going to stop there. Let's go over to NBA Live, though. This is NBA Live 16, as we mentioned. 2K owns the market right now. How do they plan to steal some back with this title?
Graphically, I don't know about you guys, but I've always been more impressed by NBA Live games. Not sure if you agree or disagree. I don't think 2K is as good looking, but mechanically, you guys obviously, basketball's an American sport, didn't really play it.
I don't play 2K or NBA Live. So.
Really? 2K was the first game I played, and I played it religiously for like 7 days when I was trying to beat Matt.
How'd that go?
I mean, I ended up beating him, so it went pretty well. I got very addicted to the game, but if you said mechanically this game is more difficult or it doesn't feel as fluid, me as not being a basketball player or fan would have no idea.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
Guys
about.
in the chat, what do you think about NBA Live?
Let's run this back.
Give
It
us
looks
your
good.
feedback.
That looks badass. That gets me hyped to like play. No?
We'll see.
You guys don't feel the same way?
I just think that 2K
You're not a basketball fan though as a
Yeah,
whole.
I'll be honest.
You never hear people say, yo, let me in NBA Live. It's always, yo,
Yeah,
2K?
let's play 2K.
2K? That's all I say, 2K, and they don't
But there comes a point where, and this was especially true with FIFA and Pro Evolution Soccer, where someone like messes up. Someone drops the ball, and everyone's like, "Well, this game sucks."
Yeah.
Oh well, I know they make a game. Let me go to this, and then you get that brand
Trust me.
loyalty, and you stick with it.
Well, I think that EA is going to start to push their NBA line a lot more because 2K is such a successful game. But
I mean, it's the only one that losing it.
Yeah, it's going to be one though that I think 2K is going to need to mess up in some way for them to have any chance.
Finally, we have Madden. Here's a look at Madden NFL 16, the new season, of course, starting up in August already. Teams in training camps.
You notice?
Oh, they show Eli as the second shot. This game's trash.
I didn't see a single Cowboys player in there.
Shots fired.
Go with that
Oh,
roster.
guys, it's been a great time at MLG. I'll see you guys soon. What's that? I'm never casting it.
Sorry, Jack, you've been demoted to custodian.
To Max's assistant.
Oh, I'm sorry. I would never do that to you. That's inhumane. Oh, look at Eli.
See, he's mad now.
All right, this game's awesome.
Look, Tom Coughlin. Why they are showing a lot of well, too, Odell Beckham.
They're going to show the one-hander. You ready?
Oh yeah.
Here it comes.
To do more.
Surely.
A quick 3-step drop, followed by a 20-step to the right.
Hit him with it.
Discover.
Hit him with it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Odell Beckham.
Be the playmaker.
That was pretty
in
sick.
Madden
the playmaker.
NFL 16.
Pretty cool trailer. I'm curious to know what they've done with kind of like the, I don't know if it's called Be a Pro Madden, but where you can control just that one character and you can go through his entire career. Because that's something I personally really like doing.
Really?
Rather than just playing as everyone, unless I'm doing.
I would only do that as a quarterback.
Where the
Or
center
running back.
focus.
Running back is fun.
You could be involved in the decision
But
making.
even so,
at all
that's
times.
like so fun. Like, I don't know. I find that more fun than anything
Of
else.
all the sports games, the one that I would play the most is Madden. Like where I just had the most opportunity of getting my hands on it because obviously it dominates the whole summer. Once that game comes out, everyone's playing it.
Right.
Massive
We should
one.
do like an internal franchise of everyone in the office.
Or
See who
I would love
wins.
to just do like
'Cause you know you can do
a
that,
tournament
right?
of one of these
Internal
games.
franchise? What do you mean?
So you in Madden you can do what's it called? You-
I haven't owned a sports game since
You
like,
can do-
Dick
you can
was
do
on
like
We're
the-
a-
just faking like we know sports.
yeah.
No, in Madden, I did it before. I think it's like
Couldn't
connected.
agree more.
It's called like connected franchise, where you and your friends can play the actual season online. Like you have the draft, you have everything.
Yeah.
And like, you can pick a team, so you could be the Cowboys, you could be whoever you want, and you play against each other. It'd be really cool if we did it in the office. Like
Why-
we just pick.
Why don't we
people in
just
the
play
office.
money matches? You pick whatever
But
team
that-
you
but
want.
but
I
that's-
beat you
no,
with
but-
Des Bryant.
No, but
Pay
that's,
up,
but that's
boy!
what you do. Everyone would put in like $20, and
Okay.
then the winner of the Super Bowl at the end of the season takes all the money.
Sounds like a lot of effort just
Yeah.
to win my money from you. I'll just play you straight up.
I'm really good at Madden. I'm actually
confident.
really good at Madden.
You said that, and I destroyed you
No,
on stream.
you
Puckett versus
didn't.
Benson, episode 2. Go back and watch it
No,
on YouTube,
you
guys.
did. We were playing Madden like
You got
friggin'
crushed.
9.
All right, coming up next, we got Mirror's Edge Catalyst. We're going to keep it running throughout EA. This, of course, it's all about the parkour before parkour was even cool.
I was parkouring before you even knew what parkour was.
Hipster parkour.
Every new
With the
day
A.
holds a promise.
Oh, this game. Did you play any of the Mirror's Edge games?
No.
You can
I watched
waste it.
my roommate play.
Jack, do you play video games, or do you just like sit and play Call of Duty?
I play your main competitive titles.
I'm with that, Jack.
I play your main
I'm
competitive
about
titles.
that life, but it's a good thing we have Maven and Ben. See,
Ben just acts like
They
he
go
plays
outside.
these
No,
games.
I do. I don't play the old school video games because
Yeah, I once saw a friend play it through 3 different rooms. I kind of just peeked in for a moment. I don't think that counts.
I mean, at least you've seen it, I guess. Better than never seeing a mirror.
He's got kicked right there. Isn't right.
This game is
We need to
really
do some parkour to solve this.
It's so strange because it's such a simple basic of a game. You're free running, but it's so bad. Like, look at that! Oh, look at how badass this is! It's like, yo, peace!
Yo,
Yeah,
I
that-
couldn't attack you straight up. I had to jump off this wall to hit your toe.
It's like the Matrix on steroids. Do you ever play the Matrix game?
No.
All right,
Stop asking me, because all I've played is competitive titles.
the Matrix was competitive.
Yeah, okay.
How so bad?
Dude, you could bend bullets. Bend stuff.
Okay, I can see myself cranking up some EDM and running all
Right?
walls.
It's just one of those games.
It's like a pump up before an event.
No, but like seriously,
Blast
it's just
EDM
one of
with
those games where you
music.
can just go and just chill.
Let me play with my dove.
Yeah.
Unless, of course,
does.
we stop it.
The bird feeder told me how to sell.
Yeah.
Come on, girl. Save us all.
I'm excited for this game. There's so many games that I've seen at E3 which I actually really want to play because one of the big things was I was browsing through the Xbox store, just on the actual Xbox itself, and I was like, bad game, don't want to play. There's no really good games out. But E3's come along and it's like,
Boom.
all of these great games.
Future. Yep.
Mirror's Edge, though.
Future.
Chat, what do you guys think? It was fun but frustrating. That's what I'm afraid of. Is
Right.
It seems like unless you run perfectly on certain parts of the map, you're going to fail.
John
Right, but-
Rambo 23.
but, like-
she's hot. I'm sorry, Mom. Great. Thank you for that.
But you're playing a game which is based on free running. If you try free run in real life, if you mess up, it's not going to end
Break
well.
your deck.
Right.
Yeah.
You essentially die. So I don't want a game which is like Assassin's Creed free running where I can just hold
I was
A.
about to rage when you and I were playing Payday earlier. It's like, there's a proper way to do things.
Right.
We're not doing them properly.
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
I'm not going to touch it, but I can see other people definitely getting in Mirror's Edge. I just don't see competitive aspect, and if I'm not beating someone, I don't care about
What about
completing the
speedrun?
mission.
That's one of those games where you could kind of incorporate the speed. Can you do this quicker than I can do it? And I find those kind of challenges to be, I don't know what that face is, but you need to stop. I find those kind of challenges more addicting than others. If I hit you with a time, like in old school snowboarding games like Cool Borders and like SSX, if I hit a time trial and you can't do it quicker than me, it's like, haha, you suck. That's why I like racing games so much.
That's 2 minutes of Benson talking about Mirror's Edge becoming competitive. Up next, we're looking at Star Wars Battlefront. Just kidding. You can speedrun as much as you want, man.
Go run around on the rooftops.
Star Wars Battlefront. This is the game you guys actually
you have
tuned
to
in
see.
for.
Now,
It's really good.
Everyone had this up full screen on their monitors when they made the announcement. Jack, what did we see from them last night?
we got, now this is what you want, whatever you want to do. We have solo/co-op gameplay, or we just have the multiplayer gameplay. We were squealing like
They're both.
little girls.
All right, let's go.
watching multiplayer.
Let's go co-op.
They're
Let's
both
get the storylines
so
out of the
good.
way.
So you'll see, here's a look at some of the co-op gameplay. It mentions waves at one part in this, and
It does, and that
It-
was something which got me very interested.
yeah, it looks like it can wind up being like almost like a horde mode in this game.
First of all, massive props to DICE because
Yeah, it's
the
looking good.
game looks absolutely phenomenal. It's a game which again I think I'm going to play a lot. I mean, look at that.
We've located
Looks
your
gorgeous.
crash site, but it looks like the Empire will reach you first.
It looks
Prepare
so
to
good.
defend yourselves until we
So
A lot
can
of people
nice.
immediately think, wow, kind of looks like Battlefield 3, but Star Wars edition. But I mean,
That's
same,
what it basically
same
is.
engine,
It's the
same
same
company.
You know what this really feels like to me? It feels like I'm watching real-life footage of a background
We've sent you
with
into
like green screen players thrown
Right.
on top.
Which is
I
something
think
which
it's a good
honestly
thing.
like DICE have always done really well. Like even Battlefield 4, if you take away the bugs and all that nonsense, if you put like it on ultra quality, the background feel to the maps are absolutely insane.
And what is this available on? Is this available on Xbox,
One,
PlayStation, and PC?
4, and PC. Honestly, I don't know what I want to play because I think playing this on like ultra settings on PC would
Yeah, I
just be
think
out of this
PC's
world.
got to be the way,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Hope my
This
computer
is way
can
too
run.
pretty not to.
I think there was a Wilhelm screaming there for a moment.
I feel like games are just getting that way though.
I have my PlayStation 4 here at the office. I never even took it home. I think I might be taking it home and plugging it into the big screen for this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that's the type of game this is, right? It's one of those games where you want to plug it in the big screen, just sit back, relax.
Enjoy the visuals.
And right, just have fun. And that's something which, for me especially, I feel like gaming isn't like that for me anymore. I'm so like hardcore tuned into I want to be the best at this or I want to kick your ass at that. Whereas this is one of those games, even on like playing multiplayer, you could just enjoy just the sheer beauty of the game. Because when we get to the multiplayer stuff, you'll see it's absolutely insane. Like it's great.
Solo or co-op, that's Ben on the bottom.
Woohoo! Like look at that. And oh yeah,
Yes. Yes. Oh, my
Soon.
inner nerd is coming out November
Soon.
17th.
That was a
everything
solo
comes
and
out.
co-op.
That was just a
incredible.
co-op. The multiplayer.
Oh my goodness.
So
we were watching before.
I already broke the news to my parents. I'm not coming home for Thanksgiving. This is
play
what I'm
video games.
doing while everyone else is around a turkey.
We can just like make a turkey and just play video games. We'll play the
I'm
co-op.
down.
We'll
I'm
play
bringing
co-op.
my big screen to your house,
Let's
and
just
we're
do
just
it.
setting it up on
Do you know what I
two
really want to
couches.
do? I want to get a massive projector and just put it on that wall and just put like you know how sick that would be. It would be.
We're projecting in New York City. Get ready for it,
gonna be
guys.
great.
That was the solo co-op. Here's the multiplayer. We're gonna hit it with you. Hit you with it real quick.
Hit him.
Hit it
hit him
with you.
with it.
Hit it. Use your foot. This is all multiplayer gameplay footage captured from a PlayStation 4.
Again, it looks exactly the same as that Battlefield feel. And something that you mentioned earlier on, Jack, was the launch of this game is going to be huge because that's been a really big problem with a lot of DICE games. They just had some issues.
And looking at the HUD, super clean, super basic.
Right. I mean, what more do you really need? It tells you everything you need, and I think the game developers have just focused so much on let me make the most beautiful game that you've seen in a very long time. No clutter. I mean, look at how nice that looks.
How far is it?
Yeah.
But it's not on your screen all the time. Right.
Only when you're taking fire.
Right. Which
Oh, what's good?
it gets real. And again, this is like we're talking about. Imagine just kicking back and just playing this game.
How many people play Battlefront?
I think it's up to 40 people in a game.
It's huge. And if you get the PC version, you get a lot of people.
Can I be Chewbacca?
There's a big. Yeah, I think you probably get it.
If I'm not a Wookiee, I'm not having a good time.
So at this,
That applies in more than just Star Wars games.
fact. It was at this point where we were talking about vehicles, where you can use a multiplayer. And it's at this point where it gets very, very smart.
Can't help us unless we protect the uplink. We can't do it without those highways.
Just look at how much stuff. Like I feel like I'm in Star Wars.
Yeah.
I feel like if there was ever like intergalactic war, this is exactly what it would look like.
Yo, yes. All right. I'm down to play this.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Are we? So here's the real question. It comes out 2 weeks after Black Ops 3. Are any of us going to be willing to put down Black Ops 3 long enough to give this game a chance?
To play this, yes.
It'll be our break game.
Honestly, I can see myself getting very into this. Because I honestly, I really like the Battlefield franchise. But it just had so many bugs and so many issues that I don't want to say it was unplayable, but it wasn't as fun as it should have been. As long as
So
this doesn't have
originally
issues,
there was worry that you couldn't play inside the AT-AT, but here's some gameplay of you inside the cockpit driving. Here's like, what is this?
Yo,
It's like
artillery.
It's like an airstrike.
yeah, it's artillery.
Yo!
Look at the score, man. 1,280.
Feed me.
And then obviously you can.
Uh-oh, yeah. Wrap those legs.
See, that's exactly what Brian said. And guess what? You can do it.
Yes. Now this takes us all back to the N64 days.
Oh yeah.
Look at this.
I got your legs.
Got your legs.
Got your legs. It's just so nice, man.
Yo, props to whoever put this together. Cutting in and out.
Look at that.
Different-
Got him.
Yo, you just hit its face. You crashed.
Now watch me whip.
Now watch me, baby.
And then AT-AT.
Look at this.
You are.
Look at this. Like, look at just the effect on the snow when it drops.
Now kill the guy in the front. Stand it back up.
Yeah.
TIE Fighters was good.
Then you get that kind of old school Star Wars in a fight. I can't wait to see who's some of like the best
I
pilots
wish
are gonna
this was
be.
coming out in October.
Right?
No, I know.
I wish this was coming out.
I'm just happy this is coming out.
This is the perfect time, actually.
Rebel Y-Wings are making their attack run.
This is just like all those air fights that you love from Battlefield. Just like on steroids. Like, look at that.
Yes. Yeah, this is all happening.
So much.
Now, have you guys figured out what those things in the bottom right are? I'm still clueless.
I guess they're like tactical equipment and stuff like that. We see a lot
It's
of
like
it.
power-ups, I think.
Yeah.
Yo, watch. Running through little trenches, meanwhile.
But,
Oh, yeah.
but
There's
this
a
is where it gets
massive war around
even
you.
better.
Yeah, this is the best part.
Bubble shield.
Yo, your artillery is worthless. Uh-oh. Yo, that's not you doing that to them, is it?
Oh! Take him out!
Angel, look at my tight shirt.
These are a size too small.
Yes.
Use the force.
How's that for force, Jack?
Yo, that was more points than the artillery striker.
There it is.
So hype!
I'm
so
ready to
hype.
pull up my green laser. Actually, I would be Darth
You
Vader
would
the
be
whole time.
Darth. There's no way you would.
Uh,
Can I be Darth Maul? Is he killed off in this?
I have no idea where the story stands.
I think they're gonna bring so, but that's something else to think. Like, do you think of DLC, the different characters that you could bring back from like all of the Star Wars, like
Endless.
Jar Jar Binks?
Endless.
I won't be Jar Jar Binks.
You would. The most annoying character to ever grace.
Jar Jar
film.
Binks
Characters.
was badass, man. He was a badass. You don't mess with Jar Jar Binks. Just saying.
Chris is
I'm gonna let you guys marinate in that during the commercial break. When we come back, we're going from EA to Ubisoft. The Montreal studio has been very busy. Assassin's Creed, Tom Clancy's The Division, and more when we return.
So much to